September 8th, 1996, Pac was shot in Las Vegas, and I was in Toronto shooting the movie Woo. For the next 5 days, I checked in regularly with Afeni on Pac's condition and planned to head out to Vegas on the 14th, whether he was awake or not. My worst fear had come true. I'm glad I never made it to Vegas, though. I'm glad I didn't have to share space with Suge as Pac was dying. When I heard that Pac had been cremated, I was very upset and immediately believed Suge was the one behind that decision. I never heard Pac say that he wanted to be turned into ashes. Never. Tupac had been murdered, and the first action was to burn his body into ashes. What if we needed his physical body for more evidence? In my mind, something wasn't right. To make matters worse, at the private memorial Afeni chose to have in Jasmine's backyard, I answered the door, and it was Suge, who delivered Pac's ashes into my very hands. In the cardboard box one is given by the crematorium, I'll never forget the slight smile in his eyes when he handed me that box like, "There's your homie, homie." Now, I could be putting 20 on 10 because of the state I was in. Between Suge's smirk as he handed me those ashes and my assumptions about Suge's involvement in what happened to Tupac, I might have been putting a lot of color on the moment. But I tell you what, and I do myself no good to say it, I wanted him to pay. I never felt that intense need for revenge in me before. Pac was dead, and Suge handed me his ashes in a little cardboard box like it was just another fucking day. I hated the streets, I hated hip-hop, and every fake-ass gangster acting like they really on some gangster shit when within only 6 months we had 2 hip-hop giants dead, Pac and Biggie, and don't nobody know nothing, and ain't nobody trying to do nothing. There were people then who believed Suge had done right by Pac and his family. I knew different. Pac's life had been stolen, and as things unfolded, I would find that his trust had been betrayed as he was making moves to change the direction of his life. And I felt I was putting a lot at risk if I kept involving myself in Pac's matters. I knew eventually with my continued involvement, I was going to pull Will in, and I just could not jeopardize that. Thank goodness Afeni eventually put on her cape and went to war to expose how Pac had been financially exploited during his death row tenure. And that wasn't the half of it. As time passed, it healed nothing. I didn't even know how to grieve Pac. So I stuffed my rage, my pain, and my shame into a forgotten place within me. And I never again felt the same love for hip-hop or the streets. From then on, it was all dead to me.